Roberta, before you were a singer, you had a much less spectacular career as a teacher, didn't you?
Yeah. Much less spectacular is exactly the way to describe it, because it was exciting, but it wasn't nearly as exciting as, of course, what I'm doing now. I was assigned as a music teacher, and I wanted to teach music, and I wound up teaching some of everything. At one point, I was teaching physical education, and I taught math classes, I taught English classes.
Which was a waste, I guess.
No, not a waste, but not music. In 1969, I decided to stop teaching school after I had worked for the summer. Rather, in 68, I decided to stop teaching school after I had worked for the summer in 68 as a singer on Sundays for brunch from 2 to 6 at a little club on Capitol Hill, where a lot of senators came with their families on Sundays, and it was also a gay bar, and it was like very cosmopolitan, kind of interesting place. I met people that I'd never met before, got a chance to do my first national television show out of that club. So the transition from the classroom to the stage was a very easy, smooth one for me personally. I didn't leave the classroom with stacks of records and demo tapes in hand, to knock on doors. I rather think that the facility was the direct result of my being prepared. Popular music, as a classically trained musician, popular music was not the most challenging kind of music for me to play. And to see grown people acting like kids behind a little simple song is a kind of a different experience for somebody. That's a strange kind of power that you have as a performer, as an artist. It's hard work, right? Nobody poured me into a gown. They didn't put me into a mold. They didn't fashion my face. They didn't fashion my figure. I've made it purely on talent.
One of these mornings, he said, one of these mornings in the wee small hours. He said, in the wee small hours of the misty waning eventide, he said, Rev, you gonna ride? Rev said, thank you, Lord. It was good. Lord said, yes, Rev. He said, you're going to rise up from your bed. And he said, standing at the foot of your bed is going to be what you think is the vision. Well, let me hear you say, well. Lord said, but I'm going to be perfectly clear. He said, it won't be no vision. He said, it will be the real thing.
When do you start shooting the Bessie Smith story, Roberta?
They haven't decided. I've looked at about 3 scripts, and although I don't consider myself a professional, experienced actress, I do have a good ear and eye for words and how they make sense. And I don't think that the essence of Bessie's story has been captured on either of the scripts that I've seen. And they're working on it.
I don't think Billie Holiday was captured in The Lady Sings the Blues, did you?
No.
So you're going to go for something better?
Mm-hmm. I'm glad to hear you say that.
Can you talk about how you'd like to play Bessie?
Well, Bessie was a very strong, independent, fiercely egotistical lady. Loved attention. That's not the most exciting part of her life, but it was the essence of the woman. Most of the scripts that I've seen tend to exploit her bisexuality, her personal habits, her great love for drinking and eating and gorging herself.
Without getting the fine part of it.
And the death of Bessie Smith, which is important, but I think the picture should start with the death and work backwards.
Another film helped you, a white film, Play Misty for Me.
Yeah.
Had the first time ever. Did that play a big part, do you think, in bringing you before the public?
Oh yeah, no question about it, because the song was out there, it had been out there, and every now and then you'd hear it on the radio. People would play it and talk about it, but it did not have the wide acceptance that it had until people could associate something visual with it. People relate to things visually a lot quicker than they do to just the words and just the sound.
You produced your last album too, didn't you?
I sure did.
Was that a happy experience?
Yeah.
Do you think
Very
you'll do it
happy.
again?
Yeah. Forever.
Do you like having a very strong control over everything you do?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Even so, you're traveling with a very large lot of people here.
Mm-hmm. I have a masseur with me, my own personal masseur. I have my dance instructor. because I decided to allow myself a few of the luxuries this time. I've been trying to lose weight for about a year. I've lost 42 pounds in about 16 months. And I want to lose some more, and I wanted to do it the right way. So I figured that, I sat down and I said, okay, out of all the things that I could have on the tour, including my old man and one of my